Hello, welcome back to the Chelsea debate. My name's Dom, and joining me as always, Josh Langford. Josh, this episode we're going to look at Chelsea's 2-1 win over Sheffield United, which made it 10 points out of 12 for Thomas Tuchel. Just want to say, first of all, our Twitter's just reached 3,000 followers, so massive thanks to anyone that supported on there. And also, we've got an Instagram, which is _Chelsea_debate. So check that out as well for all Chelsea content. Right, another 3 points, and the Thomas Tuchel army grows every day. Let's start with who Sky gave their man of the match, Timo Werner. He didn't score, but it was a brilliant performance, wasn't it, Josh?
Yeah, really good performance, wasn't it? I mean, he got the assist, he won the penalty. I think he should have took it. I think it was a good opportunity to get his confidence back. Obviously, I know they did sort of point out the fact that he missed one in the cup, but no, it was a brilliant performance. Hard-working, lively. I mean, his energy was incredible, wasn't it? And I just think he contributed in sort of every other way other than obviously scoring, which I know is a big deal for a striker. But no, I was really impressed with him.
Yeah, obviously that's his job to score. He didn't, but he keeps creating these chances. What I really liked is his runs in behind, and it was just constant energy. He went off with a dead leg, I think it was, so hopefully not too bad. He didn't seem too bothered about it post-match, but constant runs, and that just gives us an outball. And especially when you've got, the players around him buzzing around, it's perfect, and there's sort of that blend coming together. But yeah, I really enjoyed him. Should we give a shout out as well to Mason Mount, because once again, he was brilliant. And let's remember, he didn't start the first game under the new manager, but he hasn't looked back since he came into the team, has he?
No, not look back at all. And, we have mentioned it in other videos when with his relationship with Frank, it was a concern. But no, he stepped up to the plate brilliantly. His goal, I suppose, obviously you've got to start there, taking on his weaker foot. Brilliant finish. And then just his hunger and determination. I mean, so it wasn't the best of starts to the game, I didn't think. But he's like with the high press, he was just determined. And I can't speak highly enough of him. I'm really excited about him.
Yes, that finish came in, and it was with his weaker foot. Brilliant. He just sort of caressed it into the far corner. And that's one of the things I noticed. His technique is just outstanding, not just with the finish, but he played a bit more further forward again, so he's got a bit of a license to roam. And there was just certain times the ball comes into him and he can just collect it so well. I saw a video from it where it comes into him and he lifts it over. I think it was Lundstrom, first time lift it over. Now, when you see bits of skill like that from other players, it gets talked about, but I haven't seen that plastered all over social media. Do you remember the Jack Grealish one for England?
Yes.
It wasn't quite on that level, but it's just he's capable of doing these little things, and he links it all together really well, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, he's brilliant, and I'd agree with you. He's almost like the commentators last night. I don't think they were talking him up enough. Whereas you watch other teams and certain individuals, they get a lot of praise. Grealish obviously is a perfect example of that this year. He's getting highlighted regularly, and Mount doesn't seem to be getting the same sort of level, but his numbers are improving. I do still think he needs to add more goals to his game, which he has started doing recently. But yeah, no, he's just fantastic. And to be fair, without such a intense media spotlight on him, it might do him good because he can sort of go under the radar a bit. And especially with the Euros coming up in the summer, he'd be the first name on my team sheet, but obviously we're a bit biased.
I definitely think he's going to be there. It's just whether he gets in with all that talent, but all he can do is just keep going. I think 4 goals now, and he's set up 6 goals. So if he can keep building on that, and it looks like he's going to be, in favour with the manager, so that'll be good. Second goal, penalty. I know we mentioned Werner got taken down for it. It was quite a nice play from him. He knocked it round, and once the keeper commits like that and doesn't get the ball, it's a penalty every day. And then Jorginho, 2 penalties in a row now, took it well, didn't he? He was back to the old stutter. As long as it goes in the net, you can't moan. I prefer Werner to take them, but Jorginho, quality, isn't it? Like, it's a good penalty.
Yeah, good penalty. There's nothing more to add. I do think, as was sort of already said, Werner should have took it, but I also get, in a game where chances weren't sort of rife, it was important that we it went in, so we needed the goal. So yeah, it was what it was. Nice penalty.
And then we've got to talk about the own goal from Rudiger, which came before. So first of all, let's just talk about the own goal, and then we'll talk overall about his performance. But it was just a nightmare, wasn't it, from start to finish? His head went, didn't it? It was dreadful.
Yeah, terrible. I mean, he's an experienced international defender for Germany as well. Like, he's not just come out of the academy. I don't get why he didn't just put his foot through it. If you weren't sure what Mendy was going to do, put your foot through it and then take it up with the goalkeeper afterwards. But yeah, he sort of didn't even pass it back. It was just like he let it just bounce off his foot almost. It was genuinely, if you'd have done it in the school playground, you'd have been embarrassed. Never mind in the middle of a Premier League football match.
It's like, we've not conceded from an opponent yet under the manager, but Rudiger's popped one in our own net. So
yeah.
He did respond though. Credit to him a bit, because easy to go under after a moment like that, but he did respond, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he could have collapsed, and to be honest, I did think he would. But no, there's a couple of late blocks which were really good. But positioning was perfect on both of them, and a clearance, which again, fantastic. So no, it was good to see that he got that about him, and he did bounce back from it. So no, yeah, it was a good recovery, but it was hard to get over that own goal.
Yeah, thankfully we did though. We held on. We looked fairly solid in the end against a good Sheffield United team in terms of their form. I'm pretty sure, dead certain, they're going to go down, but they were in a bit of form, and it was it's just about getting the wins on the board. And we're actually up to 5th now in the table, point behind Liverpool. So he's come in 10 points out of 12. We're definitely back in that top 4 race, aren't we? 100%.
Definitely in the top 4 race, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way the league's starting to look now, you'd say it's actually a race for second. As much as I don't like saying it, you'd be a brave man to obviously bet against City. Yeah. But from there, from City down, who knows? I mean, United weren't convincing on the weekend, so Leicester dropped points at Wolves. Obviously, Liverpool had a mare. So yeah, no, we're definitely in the top 4 race, and I've said it all along, even before Frank went. I think we'll get top 4. I really do.
I hope so. Now, we mentioned the Rudiger error. One more negative. I mean, we don't want to be negative. We won, but what did you make of Chilwell coming in? Because we spent 50 mil on him, and as far as I see it anyway, it looks like Marcus Alonso, moving forward in the immediate future, is going to be the preferred option at left wing back.
Yeah, immediate option. Yeah, I think he will be. I mean, Chilwell came back in. I was thrilled to see it. Obviously, I know Alonso's in form, and I did sort of think he would be in the starting.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan of him. I can't get over it. So I was chuffed to see Chilwell back. But yeah, he was poor. He looked out of sorts. I mean, he nearly gave away the penalty, but obviously, fortunately, he got let off with that. Yeah, he just wasn't himself. So I think, immediate future, yeah, Alonso's doing well. He'll be the left wing back. It does suit him. He chips in with goals. So yeah, I think hopefully Tuchel can work with Chilwell and bring Chilwell on, and then next season it'll be Chilwell's nailed down. Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, obviously he's still quite young, and I wouldn't write him off at all. I do think if he goes to a back 4, which he could, I know this is our formation, but if he reverts to that would definitely suit Chilwell more. We've seen what Alonso's like, but credit to Alonso. He had half an hour, didn't he? We came on for the final half an hour, and the manager actually mentioned he was just giving him a bit of a rest because he's not played a lot of football under Frank. So it was more just a case of rotation. So yeah, well done sort of to Alonso, to his credit. I know he's not a favourite, but fair play to him.
Yeah.
Let's just finish on any more sort of positives in terms of individual performances. Anyone else impress you?
Yeah, 2 players actually. Well, 3 in fact. I thought Reece James had a good game. Obviously, been a little bit in and out of the side this season with injuries and manager changes. But no, I thought he was good. Slightly different role with the new system. But no, I enjoyed Reece James. I thought he was good and dangerous. Christensen, obviously coming for Thiago Silva with him out injured. Yeah. I thought he had a brilliant game. I was really impressed with him. Were you?
Yeah, I love Christensen. There was one that sort of epitomised it late on. I don't know if you remember it. It came into the centre. It was a brilliant headed clearance out for a throw-in. It's just, look, long term, whether Christensen can be a part of that Chelsea team and be a starter, I'm not sure. We've had this over the years. Sometimes he looks brilliant, and sometimes he doesn't. He doesn't really have that authority about him. But to his credit, he did play well. And I think if Thiago Silva, I don't think that's very serious, but if he's out for a little while, based on that performance, Christensen, confident in the middle, he looked solid enough.
Yeah, no, I did read a report earlier that said he would miss the next 2 games against Barnsley and Newcastle, but be back for Southampton, I believe. So it would be good to give Christensen a little run in the team, especially against lesser opposition.
Yeah, I think it's just a case of he's sort of getting a lot of players in the squad playing, and he's just taking them all, and that'll give Christensen a bit of confidence. And I'm happy for him. Is there anyone else?
Lastly, I think Kovacic. Again, me and you've spoke many a time. I've got sort of mixed feelings towards him, but no, I think the last few weeks he's really turned a corner. He was brilliant. I mean, you did a nice tweet on it earlier about his overall stats from the game, and I was really impressed. And you are starting to look at that midfield pairing. If he stays in the same system, as how's Kante going to get back in? Because Kovacic is playing really well. Jorginho's doing well as well. So it's interesting, but it's nice that we've got competition for places growing in that sort of area. Because I do feel for a little bit that it's sort of been a bit stale and it's been Kante whereas obviously now, there's competition, which can only be a good thing.
I think Kante came on late into the game, and we had that midfield three. Sort of had 2 up top, didn't we? Just running around, but it gave us a bit more. So could be a case that perhaps in certain scenarios you could play the 3 of them together. But right now, I love Kovacic. I think he's playing brilliant football. I love how he takes the ball in any areas. Can still add a bit more going forward. But absolutely love the guy. And interesting to sort of see how that develops. But it's good to see that, different options. And if Kante gets back to his best, he's a world-class player. So we've got him in
100%.
So, I think we'll wrap it up there. But thanks for joining us for the video. If you enjoy it, please like and subscribe below. And brilliant speaking to you all. So we'll speak soon. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye.